What if all that great self-care advice that everyone gives you when you tell them you're burned out, like getting enough rest and you need to eat better, or you need to spend some time in nature or take some time off? What if all of that is not really getting at the core of the issue of burnout? That's what we're going to cover today, friends. Welcome to Firepower X. This is the place where we help you stay one step ahead of stress as a firefighter. My name is Jess. I'm a former firefighter and a neurolinguistic programming master practitioner. What the hell is that? That's a personal trainer for your mind. And this is the channel where I teach you mental performance skills so that you can be totally unbothered at work and at home. Burnout, what a buzzword. Everyone talks about burnout in the fire service. And typically what they're going to tell you to do after that to deal with it is some sort of self-care routine. Some sort of thing that you should already have been doing, right? Get enough rest, eating right, spending time in nature, talking to people. You should have already been doing that stuff. The problem is that most people don't actually understand what burnout really is. And I want to cover it today from a mental mapping perspective. Mental mapping is my shtick here. If you're not familiar with me, welcome. If this is the first time you see me, awesome. Our brain thinks in terms of maps. The neuroscience support this. So the same neurons that we use to navigate through our physical space, we use to navigate through our mental space. And so most people have this map literally in their heads. Over here is like victim land. Over here is this is where I feel like a hero. And they are constantly traveling their map. There's a spatial quality you can feel to this. When you are in a certain place on your map, you feel a certain way and you have a certain set of behaviors pop up. So when you genuinely believe you're a victim about something, you're going to act like one. Your behaviors are going to reflect that. You're going to fight to get back what's yours. You're going to feel upset, some flavor of upset or angry or sad or whatever. Again, whatever your behavioral habit is when you play the victim role, that's going to come up and you just act these behaviors out according to the location you are on your map. So if you think about it in a spatial way of movement, what is burnout then? Burnout is trying to be in two places at once on your map. What that does is it creates a sense of being a car whose driver has their foot on the gas and the brake at the same time. Those wheels are spinning and they're burning down and it smells bad and there's smoke coming out and there's no momentum. It feels like a drain on your energy. You feel stuck. The car analogy is the best one I have of what it felt like because I have been in states of burnout. Just often reflects in people's language, how they describe the feeling of burnout, what they're feeling and why they are burned out. It's typically a yes, but no. This is the little burnout. The burnout's in the but, a yes, but no situation. Some examples I have heard of people's language when they describe burnout from my coaching clients. Well, I have to work this job because my family needs money. So the yes is I'm working this job. I'm doing this action. I'm having to go to work every day, but I don't really want to. That's the but no. I don't really want to, but I'm doing it because my family needs money. This is a good paying job being a firefighter, but my heart's not in it. Yes, but no. Yes, but no. I'm doing this, but I don't really want to because I feel compelled to because my family needs money. Another one I've heard, I like being chief, but it's so much work. The workload is killing me. Again, yes, I like being chief. I like the title, but there's the burnout, but the workload is too much for me. I'm struggling to keep up. It's killing me. So you're going to hear it in someone's language. You may hear it in your own language if you're experiencing burnout. It's a yes, but no. And by doing that, we're holding ourselves in place on our mental map. It's like we can't move. It literally is a feeling of stuckness. That's how I experienced it. Drop a comment if you experienced it in a different way. And so the prevention is understanding that this is all about where you are spatially in your own mind. The solution, when you do perceive that you're in a state of burnout, is to quit half-assing this. Commit to one side or the other, and you're going to feel instant relief because you're not holding yourself in place anymore. You're moving forward with one side of this equation or the other. So with the examples that I gave, with the chief example, I like being chief, but the workload's too much. We're changing our perspective and our actions and behaviors are going to follow suit. I like being chief. I'm going to adapt to the workload. I can do this. I can come up with great systems and put them in place to lighten my workloads. If everybody else who's been chief has figured this out, so can I. Hell yeah, so can I. That's committing all the way. Or if we lean into the no, the title was great. I tried it out, but I really would like to go back to the line. I would like to go back to being a battalion chief. That's a little less responsibility, a little more hands-on. That was really my sweet spot. You see how we free ourselves from burnout by committing to one or the other? So I want to ask you, and I'll leave you with this. If you are feeling burnout, what is your equation here? What are you doing that you really don't want to be doing, or you feel stuck doing because of some other circumstance or situation? What is that other circumstance or situation? And go fully in, pick one, quit half-assing, commit to one side or the other. You're going to feel relief from that. You're going to feel the forward momentum of things are moving along again, and you're not going to feel like you're trying to pull yourself apart in two different directions. And again, the way we prevent this from even happening in the first place is just understanding mental mapping. If you want to learn more about it, come join our community over at firepowerx.com, where we have more content like this, deeper explanations, live coaching opportunities, and peer-to-peer networking. Come check that out on our website, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.